Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. What I want to talk to you about today is preserving eggs for the long term. Now I'm going to do them where you freeze them and do them without refrigeration. And right here, I don't have enough to do a jar because it takes 4 dozen eggs to do it. But these are lime eggs. If you look right here, you'll see lime around the bottom. You put 1 cup of lime to 1 gallon of water, and you boil it on the stove. You put your eggs in here. When the lime water cools, you just want a little bit warm. Put it over it, fill it up till it covers all the eggs. And I've been eating on these right here. I don't know if I can get to where you can see, but if you look right here, you'll see where I've been getting them out of here. And I done these in March the 2nd of 2023. And this was the second jar I did. And it says it's got 4 dozen eggs. I got taped on the lid right there. And what you do is you take and get your cleanest eggs with nothing on them, and you don't wipe them off or anything. And you put those clean eggs in this jar. These pickle jugs hold about 4 dozen normally. Okay, and you set your eggs in this jar. You get your lime water boiling on the stove so it dissolves good. And then when it cools down a little bit to, where you run your finger through it, I'd say, or you want to cool it down quite a bit. But then you just pour it over this, and it'll keep up to these here 2023. So they're just over a year, about a year and a half old. And I had some I was eating before that was 2-year old, and they were perfectly fine, just like fresh eggs. If you wipe your eggs off, it'll make them taste like the lime, so you do not want to do that. You want that film that the hen puts on there to protect the eggs on them, so it does protect the eggs. But this is a wonderful way to preserve eggs. Look, our 4 dozen eggs, and I've got 3 of these, so that's 12 dozen eggs. And I know they'll keep up to 2 years, so if my hens quit laying, I still have plenty of eggs. And sometimes during winter, buddy, it gets down to 2 or 3 eggs. And if you do much egg eating, it gets short. Another thing I like to do is I freeze eggs. And I've got these little, they're cellophane, what do you call it? Rubber cupcake pans. And I just put in a pan like this. Then, okay, where my hens do have fresh eggs, and I do have some hens that's setting, and I don't know, the other day I cracked the egg and there was a little one in it, so I don't take no chances now. So I'm not going to let you see me. I'll go get the egg bucket. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. I forgot my eggshell bucket. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack an egg in this cup, and I'm going to get 12 in this bowl. When I get to 12 in this bowl, I'm going to pour them in this rubber cupcake pan. Now, reason I'm not going to do it is because if there's something nasty in these eggs, it could be anything. There shouldn't be, but there could be. So I'm not going to do it where you can watch it. But I'll show you the eggs once they're in the bowl. Yeah, the other day when I opened that one, dude, breakfast was done. And if you live on a farm long enough, I promise you'll bust the egg. It's got blood or something in it. But it takes 12 to one of these little cupcake tricks. Now, I'll show you here in a minute what they look like when they come out. One, two, three, four. 5, 6. You could drop just the egg right in there if you wanted to, but I normally scramble mine so they can be used for like cakes, anything like that. If you're making waffles, if you're making a meatloaf or whatever, you can just let them thaw, put them in there, and you're good to go. And you know that there's 1 egg per thing. See, there's 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna go in here and grab 3 more eggs. Okay, I'm back. Now I keep these eggshells when they dry in this bucket. I chop them up with a wooden spatula and feed them back to the chickens. And that gives them the calcium and stuff they need to lay more eggs. And they sure do like them. Now you can do this as any kind of eggs. I had some turkey eggs in one year over there, but they held good, but it's just turkey eggs are real strong. So I decided that I didn't want to do no more of them. Now I don't put no salt, no pepper, nothing. Okay, let me set this over here out of the way. And I'm just gonna set this down. I wish I could get y'all down here where you could see. Give me just a second, see if I can adjust this so y'all can see. Okay, that's about the best I'm gonna get it. I got a fork right here. And what I'm gonna do is just scramble these up, just like if you was gonna make scrambled eggs. Which, like I said, if you don't want to do it this way, you can just drop a whole egg in there. But I prefer to do it this way. Now, I like to have mine in a pan to kind of control the mess if I do something, ignorant, which I've been known to do. Okay, see how they mixed up? You don't see no more egg yellows or yolks. Okay, I'm going to set this over here on the side. Now, what I do is, let me see where you can see. Okay, right here, I fill this almost to the top. You see that? It likes about, I don't know, 1/4 inch from being at the top. But that gives it, room to expand when it gets frozen. And I just divide these eggs up amongst the 12 things. Now, you do want to spray this little rubber trick with Pam or some kind of, cooking spray because it helps them release when they're frozen. Just take your time and pour them. And if it does come up, you need an extra one or something like that, you can always go ahead and just bust another one. And I just take and put these in the freezer right in this pan. Just set the pan and all right in the freezer. And there they are. There's a dozen eggs ready to go into the freezer. Now I'm going to go grab the ones that's in the freezer and I'll be right back. Okay, here's how they'll look when they're frozen. And here's, see the mess on the pan? This is why I do it in the pan. Okay, but now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a Ziploc bag. And the reason I'm doing this is the freezer that, thawed out yesterday had some eggs in it, and I want to kind of get them back up. And when I put these in the freezer, I'll show y'all my way of keeping my seeds now. But see, it just pops out, and you just put them in a bag. And you just put them in the freezer. And they'll be good until you take them out. But ride on them at their eggs so, your kids don't think there's some kind of ice cream or something and get one out and eat it and find out that it wasn't. But this is just a quick, simple way of keeping eggs. Like I know some of them eggs over there is getting to be about a week and a half old, which, I mean, they're fine on the counter for that time. But I just wanted to go ahead and, show y'all how I do this. And, see if it give you an idea of what I'm doing. Okay. And right there's a dozen eggs in a bag. And let me see. Right here's my pen. I'm going to write eggs. Okay. I'm going to take them over here to the freezer. And I'll bring y'all along with me so you can see what I did yesterday with the freezer. Let me set these over here real quick. There's them leather breeches I did the other day. Remember the beans? It was leather breeches. There they are. Okay. Now, what I done was I put my seeds in these buckets. And that way I don't never have to worry about if this freezer thaws again, if it's going to hurt my seeds, because it won't. They're protected in Ziploc bags. I put quart bags inside of gallon bags inside of these buckets. And that way, if they get thawed, they just get warm and it doesn't hurt them. And, it's just a way to keep your seed bank, safe. You do not have to keep your seeds in the freezer, but I do because it seems like to me they keep a lot longer. But I'm going to sit here and I just keep putting eggs in these until I run out of the eggs. I'll probably do another dozen in this one and put it back in the freezer. And that'll make me 3 dozen eggs preserved in the freezers. If I'd had another, a couple more dozen, we'd have done one of them jars, but I don't. So this is the thing for today. But I hope this helps y'all. I really do. And all you have to do is take these out. Like if you want to make eggs the next morning, take them out, put them in a bowl. They'll thaw. Next day you get them up, pour them right in the skillet, and they taste just like eggs. Put your salt and pepper stuff in them. They're just frozen eggs. So, I mean, they taste like eggs. And try them lime eggs. Now, I'm telling you, if you lime them eggs, you go in there and you crack eggs like them, put them in, you can't tell no difference than a fresh egg got yesterday. All right, I'm going to go with this. Y'all have a good day. You have a blessed day. Be good to each other. We'll see you on the next video.